Hello, welcome to Jadekind Gaming. My name is Adam, and today I will be unboxing the Condition Rings starter set by Wasted Wizard. And this was actually sent to me by Wasted Wizard. They contacted me. They have like a website where they do regular like gaming blogs, sort of articles on D&D, Magic the Gathering, that kind of thing. They're like, hey, check out our site, and we got our first product launched there. So I'll link down below to their site where you could also pick this up. But they also have articles there if you're interested in seeing what they got to say about D&D. And I'm like, we want to send you our product for you to check out. And I'm like, Condition Rings? I'm like, okay, well, I have an old cheap set that I got on Amazon, literally no brand on it, a few years ago. I was like, tell me about your rings. And they're like, for your review, we want your honest opinion. But as far as their sales pitch, these ones are stackable. And I'm like, okay. The ones I have definitely are just flat little pegs. They're have a narrow diameter, so they don't add an extra half-inch around a mini. It's like, okay, interesting. And they're also like, we feel like we have the biggest, most complete set with 30 conditions, 4 each for 120 rings. And I'm like, I feel like mine has that. Mine does not. It has 8, 16, 24. Yeah, 24. So I'm like, oh, I had to go look at mine to find out, oh, I got like 6 less. And then they also have adhesive felt pads that go on the bottom of it to prevent it from like scratching your mat or screen. And I'm like, I've never thought of that because I always use mat or Dwarven Forge, things that, don't get scratched easy. But I'm like, oh, for people that put minis on, like, they do the thing where the TV has the table has the TV screen in the base of it. Like that's a fun idea for that. But without further ado, let's delve into this box. I'm gonna peel off the plastic here so we can get rid of some of the glare. Condition Rings starter set, Wasted Wizard. And then on the back it says a lot of the same thing. Fits miniatures with 20 to 25 millimeter diameter round base. So I grabbed the mini I use for all my scale stuff on unboxings. I was like, well, make sure that works. The soft felt bottom thing, stackable, suitable for 1-inch grids. So rings measure slightly over 1 inch. Colorful. It says each spell and condition has its own dedicated color. I'm sure that'll help my players more than me. I'm sure a lot of them will be similar, but I have a color deficiency. And readable. Yeah, and then they have the little list of conditions, but I'm going to open it up and check, because I am curious. Ooh. Okay, so the top here is like, almost like a little bit of a felt, or not felt, like a foam pad. So it's got a little give. There's like a layer on the top of this box. And before that, I noticed it even just says Condition Rings and has their logo on the inside there. A gift for a first-time customer. Thank you for your purchase. And instructions for putting on the felt pads. And this is the felt pads that can be put on there. That's a lot. Okay. So first off, I will definitely immediately give them yes on readability. And also, like, my brain was like, how are these stacked in here? Because my brain still has this in mind. So let's compare the two. And most of these are unique colors. Like some of those, I don't know if they actually are different, but my brain looks at some of those as the same. But I do have a color deficiency, and they can't be faulted for my eyes not working. Oh, that's ridiculous. That is okay, so this is the first thing I'm going to do, because, yeah, I am used to this. This is the ones that I've been... And I've seen these all the time. I've used them for a couple of years. They've worked fine. If you put them in the base, then that basically means that your mini is almost 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. And I've never really had problems with it. If I need to get up close to things, I just dangle them like that. But I guess you shouldn't have to. And these ones, if you want to do that, or have like a big mini, you can still dangle them like that. That fits so perfect in there. Or you can just put it there, and it says it on the side, It has a little icon you can get used to for those. And it just fits inside the 1-inch square. When they say slightly over, they mean like by a millimeter or something. Because like, sorry, for me, that fits inside these 1-inch squares. So they're really being particular in saying over. And I'm just going to also, while I'm at this, grab this here. Okay, so this is 2 layers of this. Make sure you have enough. And like, okay, this is not a thing that they're promoting, obviously, on here. But with the way that this works, you clear this off. You put your felt pad there, so now things are protected. Very well. But because of how these are punched out, there's also a circle in the middle of that. I'm like, if you want to have felt on the bottom of your minis as well, this will give you, I guess it'd be 120 felt circles that you could put on the bottom of minis as well, if you wanted those to also have a soft bottom. Just because there's the little circle inside. I don't know if I would ever do that, but I will probably keep these just in case I ever decide to. Anyways, so with hexed, we've seen how that works. Now, what if you're hexed, but also poisoned? Okay, so at a certain point, if you're hexed and poisoned, and you're raging and invisible, like at a certain point, it does just get a little ridiculous to stack them all on top of each other. But you're probably not going to get that many, and it would also be ridiculous to have that many rings hanging off the side of the mini as well. So, but that does make it very tall compared to the height of the mini. But yeah, okay. Let's look here at each of these. Okay, so basically each of these is going to be things. So we have aid, and it's like, I'm going to actually zoom in because they each have things. Aid has a little hand. Bane is like a little like voodoo doll thing or something. I can't really tell. Little icons. Banished, like portal. Blessed, like radiant lights. Blinded, it's a closed eye. Charmed is a heart. We got concentration, and I think that's a brain. We got deafened, and that's like a line through an ear. Exhaustion, and that's someone like kneeling over. Fairy fire, it's fire. Frightened, and it's like a ghost-faced face mask. Grappled, and it's like a hand holding an arm. Hasted, it's a foot with lines behind it like it's speed. Hexed, and I'm not quite sure what that symbol is supposed to be, but there's that symbol with that. I've been able to tell what most of them are. Hunter's Mark is like an arrow coming out of a bow. Incapacitated. Looks like it's maybe a person like as if their arm was off. Invisible. It's little footprints because that's all you can see when someone's invisible. Madness. And it's like a... Okay, I'm sure they weren't going for it, but to me, it's like a crazy face like Cookie Monster. And then we have magical effect, which just has like a spiral, but great catch-all. Like they're like, we probably missed something. Magical effect, paralyzed, which is a web. Okay, stuck in place. I get it. Petrified. Can't quite tell what that is. They're so tiny. Physical effect to pair with magical effect, and it's a person in the middle of kind of a spiral. Poisoned, and it's like a little poison vial with a droplet coming out. Polymorphed, and it's like a person in the shadow of something bigger than them, I think. Let's see. prone here, which is someone lying down. Raging, which is like an angry face. Bad, like, mean mouth. Restrained. Is that like handcuffs, maybe? Slowed. It's a turtle, because turtles are slow. Stunned. Stars, like you're seeing stars floating around yourself. And unconscious is a face with like X's for eyes. Which... Okay. And part of me, my brain was like, when you put the felt pads on, are they going to go back together normally so that you can stack them? And apparently the answer is yes, because I did that. The Hext is the one I put the felt pad on, and it did stack with the others no problem. I didn't even notice that that was one of the ones I put back as I was just kind of going through reading them. But yeah, simple enough set. You know, it's not complex. It is, you know, as intended. Condition rings. But they do what they say they do. They are more narrow, so they actually fit in a 1-inch square. They can be seen from the side. Obviously, they can't be seen from the top. So I guess depending on what kind of battle map you're using, you know, it may or may not help as much. I know plenty of times, like, I use a ceiling camera, and it won't always necessarily see what the condition ring is, because it won't see it. It looks from the top. But all my players will probably have an easier time seeing it, because they're looking at it from the side. So, and that's probably the normal use case, is players around the table. They're pretty. Nice plastic, nice packaging. Put together a good presentation. And were very kind to reach out to me and send me a copy of it to check out. But yeah, so I will, again, link down to the Wasted Wizard website where you can pick these up online. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.